Hi loves, it's Elle and welcome back to my channel, and thank you so much for being here. I'm super excited for this today. It's a brand new product, Happy Foundation Friday. It's one that you guys have highly requested. So before we get started, hit the subscribe button, share this video with somebody you think might like it, and let's do it. I got my hands on it. Oh, you can't even see it. Come on. It is the new Charlotte Tilbury Foundation. Yay! So I ordered it the day it came out, and it just came in like 2 days ago, if that. And I also got her highlighter, which is called the Elevated Glow. Okay, so I'm going to tell you off the bat, it was so funny. I was going back and forth on Instagram Messenger with one of the squad members, our people, and she and I could not figure out what color. I'm going to tell you that it's beautiful that she has such a wide range, but it made it incredibly difficult for us to pick. I will tell you, I put in a color of my foundation that I had before, and it told me to go to number 8. I should have gotten number 8. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest. So if you are my skin tone, that's the one I would go with. I went with number 10, which also has neutral undertones, but it is a touch tan for me. It'll be perfect during the summer or when I have like one of my, like a spray tan on, or like a, you know what I mean, a self tanner on. But just bear with me today, okay? It's not as bad as the one I just did the other day. All right, so it is available in 40 shades. The shipping was kind of slow, but that's totally fine. It's coming from the UK. I did watch her foundation on her video on how to apply this, so I feel very comfortable. I just don't have a flat foundation brush. I don't own one. I've never used one. I mean, I used to use one when I was like back in the day, but that's the only thing I don't have. This foundation is $44, and she talks about having some skincare in here. It definitely, for me personally, don't get your skincare from your foundation. Prep your skin properly with your regular skincare and then just use this as a foundation. But I do love that she has done that she's included some of that great stuff. The shipping on this was very inexpensive, coming all the way over from the UK. And she also has free shipping over $35. It has flex technology, which basically means that it kind of, when it goes on your skin, you need to let it sit for a second, and then the flex technology allows it to look more like a second skin. Okay, so when I look at the ingredient list here, so she is cruelty-free, just so you know. The second ingredient is dimethicone. So for people that have a problem with dimethicone, this is not going to be for you. There's quite a few different types of dimethicone in here. So that kind of was a little bit of a bummer for me, but we've talked about this before, that when you're building a foundation, sometimes it needs to have this kind of in it, the silicone in it, to make it look like skin, to not have it be dry, to do what it's supposed to do. So I'm going to leave that up to you guys and see if that is something that you want to use. For the rest of it, it looks pretty standard as a regular foundation. I don't see anything else concerning in there. Okay, so the component itself is really pretty, but what she said was if you're going to use the highlighter, she said to put a little bit on first, like on the high points of the face and kind of where you would want a little bit of extra glow. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to slather all over my face. And then she said to use it afterwards as well. This is very pretty. This just goes on very nicely. It's very sheer. That looks very pretty. That looks like a very dewy, wet skin. That's very pretty. Okay, so she said to put it on with your hands first. So I'm just doing, and the pumps are little. She said she did it on purpose so that people didn't overuse the product. But she said basically put it all over the skin. You can use it with your hands first and then tap it in with a foundation brush. But then she said really work this into the skin and kind of give it some time to sit, but she said also tap. So she said really tap this into the skin. Actually, it doesn't look like the worst color on me. Okay, so the color is much better all over my skin than I thought it would be. So 8 or 10, if you are similar to me, is gonna be a good match. I'm actually impressed how well it matches, because when I took it out of the box the first time, this is first impressions, by the way, because I just couldn't wait to try it. I usually don't do first impressions, but I couldn't wait. So this looks beautiful on the skin. I don't feel like I need a beauty blender or another brush. I am gonna put just a little bit more on the places that I feel a little uncomfortable, which is mainly on my cheeks. I'll get in real close here in a second. It's extremely easy to put on. She also said to prep your skin how you normally would, and that it will mimic whatever your skincare is underneath. So that's what we talk about a lot with other foundations, is if it mimics your skincare. So for me, I use a hydrating skincare routine, so the finish I'm going to get is going to be more glowy, more dewy, and it's going to look more hydrated because that is the skincare that I put on under. So if you are more oily, you're going to use your regular skincare, which is going to be less dewy, so then the foundation will end up being less glowy on you, which I absolutely love. This is beautiful. Wow. Okay. It is a medium finish. She said a medium covered finish, and it is a skin-like finish. That's exactly right. It looks beautiful under the eyes, so if you want to use it as your concealer, it looks gorgeous. I love how it kind of blurs the skin. She said that you can powder it, but she said to bring your powder with you, so then throughout the day, you can then, when it gets too glowy, powder. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm actually just going to use a bunch of cream products. I will list them in the description box below. And then if I feel like throughout the day I need to have a little bit of powder, I will obviously check in with you guys and let you know that. But let's get nitty gritty. Let's get up here. Let's get up in this. Look how pretty this looks, you guys. This is gorgeous. I don't really think that the highlighter, you can see through the foundation, but that's okay. We're gonna use it on top. It is gorgeous. Wow. Okay, so let me finish my makeup, and I'm going to check back in with you after everything is on. I'll be right back. You guys, I am obsessed. And I don't mean this like lightly. This is one of the most beautiful foundations I have ever worn in my life. I'm gonna turn this down real quick so you guys can see. Look at it. I mean, I have no powder on, and it is supposed to be longer wearing, not like 24 hours wear and that type of thing, but it is supposed to be longer wearing. I have no powder. I went totally bougie, but I did do my Milani concealer, but just one dot right here. That was it. The rest of it is foundation. But I went real bougie because I just felt like, I really feel like quite beautiful with this foundation on. I went Westman Atelier for the bronzer and the blush. And I'll put everything in the description box. But I wanted to put this on camera with you guys, her little highlighter right here. And just kind of show you what it looks like. This is definitely a highlighter that you can get. If you have like a lot of lines right here, the crow's feet, it's not going to sit in those fine lines. You can actually wear this highlighter. So it's like a cream. It almost feels very creamy, but it sinks into the skin. It looks like a second skin. That is beautiful. Okay. Yeah. So let's see how this wears. This is a stunning, well-made foundation. It looks beautiful on my nose, which not very many look like on my nose like this. I did end up using 3 pumps of this, which I would assume would probably be a pump and a half of something else. Again, I think it did a nice job covering up my imperfections. So let's go into natural light and I'll show you what it looks like, and then we can talk then. Lisa outdid herself on this. My eyes look very green today. Okay, so let's see how this wears. If I'm going to use powder, I will obviously let you know. I would normally use the Kosas powder, so that's what I will bring with me throughout the day. And let's see how it goes. But this first initial reaction is it's one of the most stunning foundations I've ever worn. So, yes. Okay, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so we're back. This is 3 hours of wear. It looks perfect, except for under my eye. That's where concealer is. But I just wanted to have you guys check in. Looks really good. It doesn't look like it's moved at all. And I haven't needed to powder it yet. I do feel like it's still a touch tacky, but not in a bad way. Just in a way, if I can say that. Yes, so everything is still on. Everything is looking really, really good. We are in full daylight right now. the sun goes down so early here. So I'll try to get another check-in in daylight, and then we'll see how the evening goes. All right, bye. All right, so we're gonna talk about this. It is going on 10 hours, 10 plus hours, a little over 10. And this is what the skin looks like. Always, my nose has come off a little bit because I have allergies, and it is really, hasn't really come off that much. I think the skin looks amazing. This is still here. Hello. The skin is just looking amazing. I am obsessed. It's probably one of the first foundations in a very long time that I cannot, like, literally cannot wait to wash my face, wake up, and put this on again. So again, I will say what I kind of reiterated in the beginning. Don't love the hugely heavy in dimethicone, but that's one of the reasons, and her flex technology, and probably some other parts of the formula, that it looks like this still. So it's kind of a give and take relationship. So what are you willing to, what are you willing to do? And so for me, I love this. I don't have a problem on my skin with dimethicone. I don't love the ingredient, but it's not in any of my other products. So it's the furthest away from my skin that I can get. So for me, it's okay. But I did not powder this foundation at all once today. So feel free though, if you feel like maybe when we go into the more warmer months, or if you are in the warm months right now, to go ahead and powder that T-zone if you don't want it to be as glowy as me, and if you are more dry, and prep the skin like me. So for me personally, this is a 10 out of 10, hit it out of the ballpark. Definitely going down as one of my favorite foundations of 2021. Lisa Eldridge, if you ever see this, well done, my friend. It's just nice to see great products that are coming out from fellow makeup artists. So thank you all so much. Let me know what you all think. Let me know if you guys got this, and I'll see you in the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Bye, loves.